Yo people, actually Rak-Su here, and as we know, the Prime card is just around the corner. So it's time to take a dive into some of these fights. And the one I'm gonna start with today is the recent announcement of Slim the Hitman versus Super Salt PAPI. They are going to be fighting for the Misfits Middleweight Championship, and I'm pretty sure you, like me, cannot wait for it because it's going to be absolutely amazing. Now, I think the fight is super intriguing because we are going to get a completely new version of Salt PAPI. In Slim's case, the man has stacked up 6 wins now. He's knocked people out and he's been fighting against people that are above his weight because that's where the fights and that's where the money has been for him. And we know with Slim, he's here for the money. That is what he is. He's a hitman. You pay him enough, he comes out, he does his job, he gets it done. He loves a fight, he ain't shook of anybody, and we have to respect him for that. At one point, we thought he was ducking Salt PAPI, but he's turned around and shown us that actually he's not. Now, he's going to be the taller man by quite some way. He's going to be the longer man by quite some way as well. And I think if you have a look at the way that he fought against Zanetti, he can throw with good extension on his punches, which could mean that he's going to be able to keep somewhat of a distance and a gap against Salt PAPI, and that will really work in his favor. But there were also times where he allowed himself to be dragged into a firefight. And against Tom Zanetti, also against Ryan Taylor, when you're looking at it and you're like, yo, Slim, you can easily win this from the outside. Why are you getting involved in trading blows and exchanges? But he just seems to have that dog in him, and that's something that he's willing to do. So with that being said, he probably will open the door and give Salt PAPI a chance. Now, Salt PAPI came into this space being very, very overweight, and he will not be afraid to tell you that himself. The boy liked to eat good, but he had skills. Amongst all of that fat, the boy had some fast twitch fibers that were absolutely ripping every time he threw his shots. And he dispatched of Andy Warski in devastating fashion. He dispatched of Josh Brookno in devastating fashion. He also beat Halal Ham, but not as well as I did. And most recently, he lost to Anthony Taylor, not as well as I did. For Salt PAPI, he's dropped from fighting around the 185 to 195 region down to 165. And he's much closer to what his actual fighting weight should be. That is a scary, scary prospect because he already had decent angles and good hand speed when he was that big. Salt PAPI at 165 has the potential to be an absolute animal and a real problem. Now, the thing is, he's going to be a lot shorter and he's going to be coming up against somebody who actually is quite quick themselves in Slim. It's going to be a game of, can Salt PAPI close the gap and the distance? Because he's got better combinations, he picks better angles at mid to short range. But Slim has got better range and throws better at the full extent of his punches. So for me, Slim versus Salt PAPI is really gonna come down to, can Slim keep it at long range where his punches can do maximum damage without Salt PAPI having the ability to counter, or can Salt PAPI pressure him enough to stay on top of his toes and drag him into a battle with Slim that Slim doesn't want to be happening? I've spoken to Salt PAPI's coach, and apparently the physical transformation, the transformation in application and work rate in camp, and therefore fitness, apparently is nuts. And that means that maybe he's gonna have the fitness to be able to walk Slim down and to get to him. But Slim is somebody who's taken this game seriously for a very long time. So even if Salt has got himself really fit, we have to assume that Slim's always been really fit and he's not about to fall off a cliff now. Nobody's ducking anybody. They both want the smoke. They both want the smoke on the biggest of stages. Salt PAPI's already lost. He's actually got no more to lose, and that makes him a dangerous man. But Slim the Hitman, he's about to get a big payday, and he knows if he wins this, there's even bigger ones on the horizon, and that makes him dangerous too. Slim versus Salt PAPI, who wins? I don't know, but it's gonna be one hell of a fight. And one thing's for sure, I'd beat them both. Like and subscribe, people. See you soon.